Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1317. 1317, and I'm Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Café Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont. Today, Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, the Brewmaster, plus we will bring you an interesting news segment. So much news going on today in this world that is always constantly surprising us.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
We will call the segment the WOW SCHATZ WOW, because wow.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
A lot of stuff went on, and my mom likes to call me Schuts. That's her term of endearment. Let's hear it for moms and daughters and ducks. I mean sons and daughters and moms and that. And I want to give a big congrats to a mom. Just had her daughter on
Mike's Daily Podcast.
the 5th, which was Tuesday. Welcoming into the world
Mike's
Olivia Jessie.
Daily
Isn't that a nice name?
Podcast.
Although the only Olivia I know right now,
Yeah.
it's kind of a self-obsessed, selfifying narcissist who I had to unfriend on Instagram. But this little girl is going to be different. Born in 2017. May she live into the next millennium. I mean, century. If she lives into the next millennium, then she's like some kind of Highlander or something. Immortal. Look who just walked in. Speaking of immortal. Hi, Mike. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How are y'all doing? I'm not immortal. That's Madame Rootabega. And it's a disgruntled fiddle player, tell you what. What? Sir, you had it coming. Now, disgruntled fiddle player, are we going to talk about that or talk about Mitch McConnell? What about Mitch McConnell? Doing away with the whole thing in the Senate that we've had for centuries. The filibuster's gone now, completely. Well, that's something that the other guy, Harry Reid, started, tell you what. What? Somebody else walked in. Who else is it? Hi, Mike! What happened?
I spilled my oat beer.
You did? Oh, look, there it is, all over the floor. How scary.
That's all right. I had some more.
Oh, wonderful. Well, oh, there he is. He's pouring us some more root beer. That's awesome. Folks, this is going to be a short show today. Nothing's working right here at Café Anyway. And at my job...
And here's today's podcast picture.
Bison Bentley stopping by the way, in the podcast picture today in the drawing. And here he is right now. That's right, Mike. I came in with the Brewmaster. Do you know that? And did you bring some root beer too? Yeah. This time you get the full sound effect. Do you know that? Thank you. Yes, so today, lots of stuff been going on at my job where the rain, there was suddenly this rainstorm and it came out of nowhere. In April, in the Bay Area, that's crazy to get rain, that big of a rainstorm. I was walking Basil the Boxer when it started coming down a little bit before 6, and I got drenched. Basil got drenched, but he loves it when we come home, and then I give him a big towel over, and he loves the towels. I put like several towels on him and just dried him off. He loved that. Now he's nice and clean. But now, what happened, one of our transmitters went down, so now that's a big thing in radio. You need a transmitter because of all the, and it has to do with Hayward, and Hayward had a power outage, and the Bay Area, the East Bay. So that might curtail our show. I would like to say there's been a bleep hole spotting at speaking of Podcastro Valley, at the corner of Seaview and Center. Well, that bleep hole has gone because what it was somebody was redoing a house and they had one of those huge ugly dumpsters out front that had graffiti all over it and was throwing all the stuff out of the old house and was building the house up, and it took over a year, and I'd have to walk past that all the time with my dog Basil the Boxer as we were walking. Well, and then it got more and more bleep hole-ish as they were putting in slate. You know, they gotta have the slate in there, and they gotta have all their stainless steel appliances and the granite countertops and all that crap. And, well, just a little over 2 weeks ago, the dumpster finally moved, and the people moved in, and I wrote this note, bleep hole spotting at Seaview and Center, but I meant it for when they had the dumpster out front. Now the bleep holes are gone. Basically, they've moved in. But the bleep hole's still there because the bleep hole was the one that put the house together, blah, blah, blah. But then I saw a nice lady that was bringing her stuff in out of her little Miata or something into the house, and I felt bad for the rage I was feeling. And I decided the rage needs to be assuaged. Posit, one of those words. And now I feel only good thoughts for people. Because we're living in a world where bad things are happening, as you know, in the news. And Mitch McConnell took out so now the Senate is a little less what the Senate used to be. And of course, Harry Reid did start it. But he was doing it in response to Mitch McConnell, filibustering everything that Obama was trying to do. So I know politics is crap. But still, Mitch McConnell made this statement that the death of the Senate will be written on Harry Reid's tombstone. Yet, Mitch McConnell is doing so much more to kill the Senate. So, hypocrisy in the policies of politics. That's about it. So, thank you so much for listening to the show. And you know when you hear the host say that, he's filling. He doesn't know what to say next. No, I do know what to say next. Go to my website. It was down yesterday. I'll tell you why. I didn't pay a bill. I thought I had until April 20th to pay this bill. And apparently no. You've got to pay it like 15 days before. Thank you, my domain. So I paid it, and instantly my website was back up. And so you can check it out, mikesdailypodcast.com, and click on the donate button. Help us out through the PayPal there. You'll become an inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster. And that's a good thing to be. You'll get a special greeting from all the Café Anyway characters. You can also buy whatever you're going to buy this weekend on the Amazon link. Click on that. Buy whatever you're going to buy that makes us happy. Also, you'll find a link to Country Crossroads Radio on my website. Click on that and listen to my show this weekend. Country Crossroads Radio is in fact a crossroads of country and all kinds of other formats, sort of close to country. It's a fun mix, and you can check it out this weekend. It's a lot of fun to listen to. I'll be on Saturday and Sunday. So listen to that through that link at mikesdailypodcast.com, and all the past podcast pictures. And I'm still in the C's. I interviewed a lot of people that had C as the first letter of their name or their band's name. So I'm getting through that and trying to alphabetize all the interviews. But you can hear all the past interviews too. The ones that I have reconnected the link to, some of the links have gone down. Oh, let's just say there's a lot of work going on with the website. But for the most part, things work at mikesdailypodcast.com, and you can call me at 336-MM-DAILY. Let me know what you think about all the stuff going on in the world today. 336-MM-DAILY. We read your comments and play back your comments on the section emails from email and your comment not so comments. But now we get to the segment called
Wow Schatz Wow.
Well, as you well know, world leaders rallied around the U.S. after it launched a missile strike early this morning on a Syrian airbase in response to this week's chemical attack, while Russia condemned the move as aggression and suspended crucial coordination with Washington in Syria's congested skies. The overnight missile attack, which marked the first time the U.S. has directly targeted Syrian President Bashar Assad's forces, was condemned by his allies in Russia and Iran, but welcomed by the Syrian opposition and its supporters, who expressed hope it signaled a turning point in the devastating 6-year-old civil war. The bombing represents Trump's most dramatic military order since taking off, and it thrusts the U.S. administration deeper into the complex Syrian conflict. The Obama administration threatened to attack Assad's forces after previous chemical attacks, but never followed through. And And let's just read between the lines right there. Thank you, Associated Press. But in fact, Obama he made that red line, and then Putin jumped in and negotiated a deal, and then everything stopped, and Obama didn't attack Syria. But Obama did put it to Congress to work something out diplomatically. So it wasn't like he was doing nothing, what like a lot of the conservative talk show hosts are saying. Trump's doing this because Obama did nothing. Trump called on all civilized nations to join the U.S. in seeking an end to the carnage in Syria. About 60 U.S. Tomahawk missiles hit the Shayrat Air Base southeast of Homs, a small installation with 2 runways where aircraft often take off to bomb targets in northern and central Syria. The U.S. missiles hit this morning. They were fired from 2 warships in the Mediterranean Sea in retaliation for the deadly chemical attack that happened on Tuesday, which officials said used chlorine mixed with a nerve agent, possibly sarin. The Syrian military said at least 7 people were killed and 9 wounded in the missile strike. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights and Opposition Monitor also put the death toll at 7, including a general and 3 soldiers. Well, the bizarre thing about all this is you would expect, okay, well, Democrats would probably be against this. And in fact, Hillary Clinton, well, she said this. Now, give me a second, because I have to do something here to do this. I have to turn that off, and I have to click on this. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, I'm doing my own engineering, so here we go.
Tonight I ordered a targeted
Trump saying
military strike,
which he used a horrible microphone. Why?
From where the chemical attack.
That's like my old podcasting microphone. He used an old podcasting microphone.
It is in this vital national security interest of the United States to prevent and deter the spread and use.
Okay, here's what
Assad had an air force, and that air force is the cause of most of the civilian deaths, as we have seen over the years and as we saw again in the last few days. And I really believe that we should have and still should take out his airfields and prevent him from being able to use them to bomb innocent people and drop sarin gas on them.
Wow, that could have been Trump, but no, it was Hillary. So, I mean, that surprised everybody when that came out. She said she supported more aggressive action in Syria while she was Secretary of State and spoke out about what she believes the U.S. should do about the worsening crisis. She addressed the issues in what was billed as her first public interview since her election defeat. Clinton said that during President Obama's first term, or as Obama, as she and some people would like to pronounce the name, she and then CIA Director Leon Panetta had created, quote, a plan to move aggressively to provide backup to what I thought would be a one-sided battle. This was before ISIS. I believe then that we should have done more at that point. There are not easy decisions. These are not easy decisions. That's why you want to get the best info you can. I then did promote a no-fly zone. I still believe we should have done a no-fly zone. I think we should have been more willing to confront Assad, she said. Now, somebody called into C-SPAN, as you know I love to watch, and Pedro, of course, was on this morning. Not Greta. Damn. But Pedro's awesome. And somebody said from Alabama, I don't know why all these people are criticizing Trump for doing this. It's the same people that want America to fail. You need to get behind your president. And as soon as she said that, I just flinched, because I said to myself, where was that woman behind everything Obama did? She was anti-Obama the whole time. Now, I don't know that for a fact, but you pretty much know that there's going to be a lot of hypocrites coming out saying, hey, you got to support Trump, when they were totally anti-Obama all the time. And that's not even funny.
That's not even funny.
Thank you. So finally, I wanted to get to something non-political, and that is the Periscope. Periscope is used by people that apparently don't want to use Snapchat or Instagram. But when Periscope debuted live 360-degree broadcasting late last year, it was only available to a handful of users. Now that's changed. A tweet from the company announced that as of today, anyone who's broadcasting either from the iOS app with an attached Insta360 Nano or via the producer software can be part of the spherical zeitgeist. Periscope says that you'll need the producer app specifically if you want to do a 360 broadcast. This is getting big. You know where else it's getting big? In porn, too. Honestly, until we have more cameras capable of grabbing 360-degree video, and more important than that, cheaper and smaller ones, this is probably not going to see a lot of use outside of the people who've been utilizing it in the first place. And I don't even have a way to... Now, I don't think I have a way to play it back. There's a lot of questions behind this, but it is becoming a big thing. So that is... Live 360 video on Periscope allows a broadcaster to go live and share the entire surrounding environment. Is apparently what it does. So maybe you're listening to this podcast in 360, which I don't even know how you are doing that because I don't even know what it is, so it's kind of weird. But it's going to become a thing, and I talked about it first, and I don't know what I'm talking about as we go outside of Café Anyway. We're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Lancaster Valley. So I do know, I think it's kind of like what we've had, when you go on Google and you're looking at the maps and you go down to the street view and you can go and look 360. It's the same thing, only with video. I've answered my own question. That was fun. Next show, it's going to be the immortal Madame Rootabega. We'll get to Valentino, and Bison Bentley, you'll be back. That's great, Mike. I can't wait. Do you know what? Mike, I gotta go back inside, because it's still kind of rainy out here. Hey, power outages.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!